That's out of the ballpark right there.
Now tell Patrick.
That guy right there.
Aku mau mau, aku mau mau pa, e ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai ka iki mai luna mai, ona mea huna no awe mele e ho mai, e ho mai. E ho mai ka iki mai luna mai e. Ona mea huna no awe mele e ho mai. E ho mai. E ho mai. E ho mai ka iki mai luna mai e. Ona mea huna no awe mele e. Good morning and welcome, Unity of Kona. What an honor it is to be here on this beautiful Sunday morning, coming live in Kailua, Kona, Hawaii. And as we start with the Hawaiian prayer chant, the Eo Mai. Beseeching the Great Spirit and our ancestors above with the Eo Mai. And wisdom for the stories being told is the first octave. Why would we be telling these stories to our children? The meaning in the second octave. The third octave, the highest, is beseeching the Great Spirit and our ancestors for the wisdom of life experiences that become our stories. With this knowledge, we don't have to repeat them over and over again. And then as we go through the depth darkness of our night, we come forward in the dawning of a new day with Eala A. And we don't have to pick up any stones and grievances. And every day we get a chance to do better in life, learning from the past experiences. So what an honor it is to be here for you as platform assistant. My name, Jim Carey. And as we move forward, I'll ask everybody to stand up. We'll do our affirmation for the month, vision and mission statements. Affirmation this month, January. I build my year on a strong foundation of faith, purpose, and divine guidance. So it is. Here at Unity, we come together with a vision. A world family of oneness, peace, and love, with our mission to inspire spiritual growth and service through the active practice of love, prayer, faith, joy, and honoring everyone as a child of God. And while I've got everybody standing, we'll have some singers come on board as we'll do our opening song for the month, The New Beginning. New Beginning. I know.
Feels like I've been here before. Echoes from years ago. Trying to break the patterns to find peace of mind and create a new life. You can stay, you're on your way to better days. You're breaking away. This is your new beginning. Walk through the door and keep on living. Now you can shout, you can cry, sing it out and say goodbye to days before that left you spinning. Yeah, this is your new beginning. taking time to heal your wounds. In your mind, flowers start to bloom. There is beauty in owning your past. You are free, make the good times last. You can say you're on your way to better days. You're breaking away. This is your new beginning. Walk through the door and keep on living. Now you can shout, you can cry, sing it out and say goodbye to days before that left you spinning. Yeah, this is your new beginning. Be kind to yourself when you fall back. You are not lost, you are right on track. There's a whole world out there, many roads to be traveled. Take a chance and dare, yeah, this is your revival. This is your new beginning. Walk through the door and keep on living. Now you can shout, you can cry, sing it out and say goodbye to days before that left you spinning. Yeah, this is your new beginning. Your new beginning.
Woohoo! Chee-hoo! Well, now while we got everybody standing, let's take a moment here in the sanctuary and greet one another as we welcome everybody back this Sunday morning. And if you're joining us online, it's a great time to place a little comment in the comment section of the Facebook Live or YouTube, wherever you're coming from, as we take a little break here in the sanctuary and greet one another. Mahalo. Fun greeting one another here on the Sunday mornings, and what an honor it is to be here, joining us online. And now is their time to introduce any guests and visitors that would like to stand and give us your name and maybe where you're from. We'd all like to greet you formally. Anybody? Okay, come on in. Aloha. Aloha. Kim. Minnetonka. Well, we're familiar with that. You betcha. Okay. Mhm. Well, awesome. Okay. Sure, yeah. Awesome, from the cities, Minneapolis. Okay, well, thank you. Welcome aboard. Yeah, aloha. Anybody else? We good? Okay. Hi. Alex. Okay. Well, welcome. Alex, now in Kona, but from Alaska. That's a cold state. Yeah, well, it's all good. And anybody joining us online, we'd like to send it out to everybody with a great big aloha. And God bless you. Hi, Kim. I see you too. Awesome. So it's welcome aboard, everybody. Don't forget there'll be some refreshments after service so that we'll have a little more fellowship after service. And so with that, we have a few announcements to move through. First and foremost, we are a prayer ministry. We all know how prayer works in our lives, and the prayer request forms look something like this in the back of the sanctuary, also up on the top. You fill this out, drop it in the wooden box, and then our chaplains pray over them here and send them on to Silent Unity, worldwide organization, Unity Village in Lee Summit, Missouri, as a prayer vigil. 24 hours, the lights are always on, and 30 days of consecutive prayer on all these prayer requests. And so we all know the power of prayer. Unity also provides an app on your phone. It's called Be Unity. With that app downloaded, you got instant connection to prayer, meditation, affirmations, many stories and things going on there, articles and things to read. And so please check it out, Be Unity. And so as we move forward, we'd like to know that power of prayer being tenfold, and when you got the whole Unity community praying along with you, the power of prayer is immense. So let's utilize this power of prayer. And today I've asked Patrick to come up and finish just a few more announcements for me. Thank you, Patrick.
Yeah, just a few announcements. Okay. Congratulations, Tani, our team member of the month. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tani, for your loving service to our spiritual center. We're so blessed to have you at Unity of Kona. Tani brings food for fellowship, always brings a friendly smile for everybody. She helped with the golf tournament, and is currently a candidate to serve on the board. Tani, your willingness to share your time and talents is greatly appreciated. You're a bright and shining light, and we are grateful for your spirit of aloha. We love you. Thank you so much. Today is the 44th annual Kona Community Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. celebration at the Makau Pavilion at the Old Airport Beach Park. Lunch is at 12, followed by the program at 1:15 with displays, student artwork, and entertainment. So head on over there after service. On Monday evenings from 6 to 7 p.m., Dondi leads ukulele jam sessions from beginners to experts here in the sanctuary. Bring your uke, some are available to use. Come learn, play, and share. Join us for an evening of self-healing and meditation and discovery facilitated by Sean this Tuesday, January 21st from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. A basic improv class will start weekly on Thursday, January 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. here in the sanctuary. There's a flyer upstairs on the bulletin board with more information if you are interested in joining. We are passing around a sign-up. We're passing around a sign-up sheet to add your name if you're interested in joining the Ministerial Search Committee as we begin to look for an in-house minister for Unity of Kona. Rev Sophia will offer a new members class on Saturday, January 25th. Anybody who is interested in becoming an active and voting member of Unity of Kona, this class is required for official membership. The class will be held via Zoom from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. The sign-up sheet is on the table at the back of the sanctuary to add your name. For those attending online, kindly send an email to unityofkona@gmail.com with the subject New Members Class. Reverend Sophia will provide the materials and Zoom link closer to the scheduled date. Reverend Sophia is available to make pastoral calls to congregants who would like one-on-one prayer or a personal conversation. If you would like to receive a call, there's a sign-up sheet at the back of the sanctuary to add your name to, or feel free to send an email to unityofkona@gmail.com with minister call as the subject line. Please include your name, phone number, and best days and times for her to reach you. Annual membership renewal. Please remember that only members who have renewed their membership are eligible to serve on the Board of Trustees. We have to do this annually. So that is for eligibility to serve on the board, vote at annual meetings, or at any membership meeting. Membership renewals are attached to the newsletters and have been mailed out. There are also some in the back of the sanctuary to fill out while you are here in person. Kindly return the completed renewal to us by February 23rd at the absolute latest. Some of our ohana are in need of food items. Please bring foods that don't require refrigeration and not much cooking, such as canned and packaged dry goods. The box at the top of the stairs, labeled Hawaii Food Basket, will be used to collect the items. Mahalo nui for your generosity. And as you know, it takes a village to run our spiritual center. We appreciate everyone. Kindly consider supporting Unity of Kona by becoming a contributor and sharing your time, talent, and treasure. There are several new sign-up sheets at the back of the sanctuary for you to consider, along with the refreshment sign-up sheet upstairs. Mahalo.
Thank you, Patrick. Great job, my friend. He does so much around here. We really got to acknowledge Patrick more often. Absolutely. All righty, and now is the time we go into our service with the Daily Word. And I've asked Sean to come up and do the Daily Word. So please give her a hand. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I know I say this every time, but I'm so happy to be here. Oh, I'm like eating the mic right now. Maybe I'll just talk louder. How's that? Today's word is inspired. My words and actions inspire others. Today, I reflect on the clear vision, powerful words, and courageous actions of leaders such as Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I appreciate how one person's example can inspire so many others to move beyond thoughts of limitations and focus on the possibilities for good that are always present. Inspiration can be taught Inspiration can be thought of as a breath of God. I, like all people, am made in the image and the likeness of the divine. I give thanks for people I have known whose vibrant faith and love, even in the most challenging circumstances, have inspired me. Guided by my divine gifts of imagination and zeal, I join with those building a world where each person lives freely and with joy. And today's scripture is from Genesis 2:7. Then the Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living being. And together, my words and actions inspire others. Thank you.
And with this inspiration in our heart, let's hold a moment of thought and prayers as we come into a moment of meditation as we relax. Get comfortable into the seat and plant your feet and rest your eyes. Take a deep breath and visualize the sanctuary. And as we visualize the sanctuary as a beautiful heart, breathe into it and feel the loving energy of those around you. Flowing in and through you. And as you see that loving energy flowing around every person here in the sanctuary, and then spreading out to every person on this earth and in this world. And now, if there are any events in your life or anyone you know in need of this prayer, let's take a moment and see them, visualize them, inspire them to be right here in this moment, in what we've created, this most beautiful, loving heart. And as we know, our thoughts are prayers. Say, Mahalo Keakua, thank you, God. And we come together now and do our prayer for protection. For the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Mahalo Keakua. Thank you, God. Amen. And now we've got some music coming with Dondi and Elaine. They're doing a little bit of a solo, You Stand Me Up. So let's, oh, okay, I'm sorry, Raise Me Up. I've been corrected. You stood me up.
Stand me up.
I'm going to sit down, all right, okay.
When I am down and oh my soul so weak, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. There is no life without its hunger. Each restless heart beats imperfectly. But when you come and I am filled with wonder, sometimes I think I glimpse eternity. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to more than stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong if I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Thank you, Elaine and Dondi. Amazing. You raised me up. And now we're coming into our time for meditation and message, and we have our resident minister of record. She's coming in live from, who knows where she's at, probably Henderson, Nevada, probably. Yeah, you never know where this lady. But anyway, Reverend Sophia Falke, thank you for joining us this morning. The inner power of strength.
Good morning. Good morning. So good to see you. Yay. Yes, from my home. You can tell from the background. Huh. Today, excuse me, we're talking about our second power of the 12 powers. And Kayla, what a beautiful introduction you did last week. I just, is she not the best speaker? I mean, we're so blessed, so blessed. I only speak truth, Kayla. So we started with faith. And just to go through all 12 powers, wait a minute, where do I have it? There. By the way, several years ago, many years ago, it seems, my church did a year of powerful, prosperous living. And I created cards, I created a banner. Do you see this? And little affirmation cards that we gave out every month when we discussed the power. And what amazes me, I think there are some people other than me that still have their posters, but it's great fun. And the powers are all 12 of them: faith, strength, wisdom, love, power, imagination, understanding, will, order, zeal, elimination, and life. And this morning we will be discussing strength. So, what do you think strength is? Shout it out. What's strength to you? Endurance? Being a pillar? Is that again? Conviction. Very good. And nobody's talking about muscles, are they? None of you came up with that. Uh, because I still remember Saturday Night Live, the two characters that were bodybuilders, they wore these padded suits and they were going, me up. And if you could see my entire body, you'd see I was doing this with my hands. Well, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore were the ones who developed the concept of strength or the 12 powers. They did it together, and then Charles is the one who wrote the book, The 12 Powers of Man. The definition is the ability to endure, stay the course, and persevere. Charles and Myrtle assigned disciple for each of the powers, and they decided Andrew, which is strength in Greek, would be the disciple for strength. The area of the body is the loins, and I don't know any of you, my whatever you call it, my knowledge of what part of the body is which, almost not existent. So I looked it up. As those of you who are like me didn't know, the loins are located on the sides of your body between the rib cage and the pelvis and the lower part of your back. Oh, I see a few heads nodding. I'm not the only one. And the color is light green. And I noticed that some of you seem to be wearing light green today. So you didn't know, but there you go. I actually got dressed in red this morning, and then I looked at my script and I thought, oh, the color is light green. I think maybe I should change. So my one light green outfit for you. Not quite. So okay. And on these cards, and I'll give you the affirmation now, and we'll repeat it at the end. The affirmation is, I am one with infinite strength, transforming all areas of my life through the strength of my mind. Now, in the revealing word, Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore describes strength as the energy of God. Is that beautiful? The energy of God. It is freedom from weakness. It is stability of character, power to withstand temptation, and the capacity to accomplish. And he says that strength is physical, mental, and spiritual. And it's interesting that when I asked you, you were coming up with the mental and a little bit of the spiritual in your definition. So kudos to you. All strength originates in spirit, the thought and the word spiritually expressed being the manifestation. So you got that? It's a combination. And when Kayla spoke about faith last week, what we need to add to that is, and you started to demonstrate this when you wrote your letters to God and from God, is the strength of your belief. I mean, we marry, excuse me, these powers together and they support each other. And one on its own is fine, but we need to, excuse me, bring them together. Okay. I think I've got my voice back. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I was looking for stories from the Bible. I don't talk about the Bible much. And the thing is, unity is based on the Bible, the teachings of the Bible, plus, incorporating other approaches to God, but primarily the Bible is our textbook. And I think it's worth mentioning. So I was looking, well, what are some stories from the Bible? And I came upon, I thought, maybe David and Goliath would be a good one. And I think everybody here knows about David and Goliath. Yes? You've all heard the story? Yeah. And what I did too was um, it's from Samuel, and it talks about Goliath. His height was 6 cubits and a span. I looked up cubit in case you don't know what it is either. A cubit is 6 cubits is 9 feet 9 inches. So he was even taller than that. He had a helmet of bronze on his head, and he was armed with a coat of mail. The weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of bronze. I looked that up too, 125 pounds. He had he had greaves of bronze on his legs and a javelin of bronze slung between his shoulders. The shaft of his spear was like a weaver's beam, and his spear's head weighed 600 shekels of iron. That's 15 pounds. Clearly, Goliath was huge. And you know the story. Up comes, the Israelites, and they say, Goliath will fight one person, and whoever wins can win the battle. And then we don't have to kill each other and all of that. And the Israelites were afraid when they saw this huge human being. And David was not part of the army, but his father sent him to bring supplies to his brothers who were in the army. And finally, David said, you know what? I'll do it. And they laughed at him. But the king decided, yes, okay, give it a try. And they tried to put heavy armor on David. And he said, no, I don't need that. And of course, what did he do? He just calmly pulled out a slingshot, few stones, and what happened? He defeated Goliath. Yes. What's interesting is that David's triumph is merely God standing in place. You think about it. And in her book, Divine Audacity, Linda Martella Whitsett describes strength as our capacity to stand undaunted in the midst of shifting circumstances, to act courageously, and to stay the course. And that is so beautiful. I mean, when you think about it, just being consistent, I think one of you was talking about staying the course in essence. And it's important to go to that place that we need to pull upon our inner strength. One of the reasons, actually human beings are still in existence is because of our inner strength. How else did we survive when, there were mastodons walking the earth and everything was bigger than we were? It's because we were smarter and we were stronger within. Another example of strength, and it's interesting because it uses the word meek. You know the Beatitudes from Matthew? It starts, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. And then the third beatitude is, Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Meek, blessed are the meek, because they shall inherit the earth. What has meekness got to do with strength? You might ask. You might be thinking. And I checked it out. First, let's look at what strength really means. I've mentioned before, Charles Fillmore says it is an energy from God, a freedom from weakness, stability of character, power to withstand temptation, capacity to accomplish. And we've got strength really being on the spiritual, mental, and then finally physical realms. And strength originates in spirit. And it's so beautiful. The thought and the word are how we manifest our strength. So we find that strength is not brute force, but something that originates in spirit and is a fundamental essence that supports the other powers and gives us the fortitude and backbone to do and be what is right for us. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. It's probably one of the least understood of the Beatitudes because of how in modern day we define and judge the term meek in our Western culture. The usual response that I've heard to this passage is, yeah, right, look at the world. The meek are the ones who get stepped on. It's the aggressive ones who are in charge. However, if we look at the word meek when we look at the word meek and see it as something weak and wishy-washy, then I can see how people would respond negatively to this teaching. However, when we look at meek and recognize it means mighty in spirit, then it gives it a whole new power, doesn't it? When you are meek in spirit, you are demonstrating an inner strength that grounds you and frees you from the need to defend yourself when someone else is playing the role of aggressor. The kind of meekness being spoken about here is the non-resistance demonstrated by Gandhi and Martin Luther King. It's the meekness demonstrated by Jesus. Meekness is the strength you demonstrate every time you refrain from using your power to bully and dominate, but rather use it to nurture and support. Meekness is a strength that motivates you every time you're willing to say, I don't know. Will you show me? Or, I was wrong. You were right. Meekness is the strength to be humble, sensitive, and kind. It is being willing to learn and willing to change. Meek is what the Course in Miracles means when it says, in my defenselessness, my safety lies. And that is my favorite teaching from the Course in Miracles. I remember when I have been in great turmoil, the dark night of the soul, that one teaching helped get me through. In my defenselessness, my safety lies. In my defenselessness, my strength lies. I'm not saying meekness means letting others step all over you. It does mean having the strength to be wise and prudent when you speak up or act. Remember, Jesus overturned the tables of the money changers in the temple. So meek doesn't mean quietly accepting insults and injustice with unlimited forbearance. I heard, okay, you ready for a joke? Heard a story about a group of nuns who did some table overturning when they were at a baseball game. Behind them sat some anti-Catholics. And one anti-Catholic said very loudly, for the benefit of the nuns, let's go to Texas. I hear there aren't many Catholics there. His companion replied, let's go to Oklahoma. There are even fewer Catholics there. And the first man said, hey, let's go to Alaska. There are almost no Catholics there. At that point, one of the nuns turned around and said, why don't you go to hell? There aren't any Catholics there. So Robert Schuller, I think you've heard of him, is a great teacher. He uses an acronym for meek. Mighty, emotionally stable, educable, let me get that one out, and kind. Mighty, emotionally stable, educable, and kind. So the question then is, are you mighty enough to be controlled and disciplined? Are you emotionally stable enough to resist temptation? Are you educable enough to realize you can't do it all by yourself? And are you kind enough to be sensitive, quiet, and unselfish? All right, so with a new understanding of meek and this third beatitude, I think we could safely rephrase this beatitude as blessed are the strong, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are the spiritually strong, but blessed are the emotionally strong, for you shall inherit the earth. And what exactly are you inheriting when you are strong? New Thought writer Emmett Fox said, in this case, the earth means the whole of your outer experience. And to inherit the earth means to have dominion over that outer experience. That is to say, to have power to bring your conditions of life into harmony and true success. To inherit the earth means achieve spiritual dominion. So first, draw upon your inner strength of mastery, humbleness, and willingness to achieve spiritual dominion in your life. Second, persevere in right thinking, using the law of mind action to change your life and bring you to fulfillment, especially on the spiritual plane. The person who depends on physical strength alone is constantly being challenged by others in the human thought and eventually will be overcome by one who is stronger. In the Bible, it says when a strong man fully armed guards his castle, his property is safe. But when one stronger than he attacks him and overpowers him, he takes away his armor in which he trusted and divides his plunder. So mental strength alone, pitted against the strong mind of another, may result in a test of wills, a human contest with the same results. Only spiritual strength remains, non-resistant, triumphant, regardless of the challenge. So we need to pull together both the physical and mental strength and have them rooted in spiritual development of the strength faculty. Let's go back to that affirmation I mentioned earlier. I am one with infinite strength, transforming all areas of my life through the strength of my mind. Take that on for yourself. I am one with the infinite strength, transforming all areas of my life through the strength of my mind. I am one with infinite strength, transforming all areas of my life through the strength of my mind. So as you go forward this week and you face challenges, I invite you to come back to this concept of being one with infinite strength, knowing that you are powerful beyond measure because you have that inner, deep spiritual strength. So let's take a few minutes and go into meditation and strengthen this power. And I invite you to close your eyes, breathing deeply, breathing in the light and the love that is God, and feel it flowing through every cell and tissue of your body. And as it flows through you, feel yourself relaxing. And when you exhale, release any stress that you might be experiencing in your emotions or in your body. Continuing to breathe deeply, knowing that it is God breathing through you. It's God breathing life into you. And with every breath, you are God expressing in this world. So I offer you some affirmations to meditate upon. First, through the will and the work of spirit within, my God-given potential of strength is developed and is expressed easily and in divine order. Christ of God is quickened in me. Christ in me calls forth Andrew, my disciple faculty of strength. Is there an area of your life that you want to claim more strength in? Bring that to mind. And affirm to yourself, I am one with infinite strength. I transform this area of my life. I let go and I let God. Drawing forth your power of strength, I invite you to radiate that strength out into this world. And where people feel that they have no control, there is no hope, send them your spiritual strength. Raise their vibration so that they too can begin to directly draw upon the infinite spiritual strength that is God. And then slowly return to this time and this place, knowing that you are transforming the world through all your powers, with one thought, one word, and one action at a time. And so it is. Amen. Aloha.
Thank you, Reverend Sophia. Hold the strength in our hearts, and we'll come together now as we hold our gifts in our hands. As we get ready to do our offertory, I'll have our ushers coming forward, and there are many ways in which you can donate here to the church. There's a QR code for the Facebook or PayPal, and any way you wish to donate, we are truly abundantly grateful. And so as we get our gifts properly in our hands, we'll do this offertory prayer. Together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am abundantly prosperous in every way, and so it is. And now we have a little more music coming on with the choir, I believe, doing Three Little Birds. Three Little Birds. Bob Marley. Sing along if you know it. It's always fun.
about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Saying, this is my message to you. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Sing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds pitched on my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. This is my message to you. Baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Sing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. One more time. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright.
Don't worry about a thing. Well, as our ushers are moving forward, let's going to bless these gifts and offerings. We have so much to be grateful for here at Unity of Kona. We are truly grateful for your offerings also. And so as we bless these, through Spirit, we know that as we give, so shall we receive. We dedicate and consecrate these gifts to do your will and your work in this center, in our lives, in our community. And so it is. Mahalo kea kua. Thank you, God. And next Sunday, we got a speaker is Sasha Knowles coming in. And so her topic will be wisdom, your inner GPS for life. And so discover the gifts of wisdom. Learn how to tap into the inner knowing and navigate the changes. Deepen your spiritual journey and illuminate the path forward toward a highest good. And so with that, let's make a circle right behind the cameras here as we do our closing songs. Let there be peace on earth and aloha oi. Don't forget to tell your friends and family about this Facebook event. We're on Facebook and YouTube. Many ways you can find us.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Perfect harmony. Let things begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment
find our true strength. Let's hold it and make sure we do God's greatest good. Until we meet again, aloha oi. Aloha oi. Aloha oi. Eke ona ona no i kalipo. One fond embrace. Aloha e ao. Until we meet again. Ahoy ho! Come back and see us next week, same time, same channel, Facebook, YouTube, and refreshments upstairs. Fellowship hour, guys. We got the board meeting. Anybody's welcome to stay for that. Starts at noon. Mahalo nui.